Solar nutrition is identification of the sun and the moon and the planetary systems as they interrelate to the Earth. Each planet rotates. The sun is the sun. It's not a planet, but we have six basic planets. That's what the days of the week are named after, are the planets, and a lot of people don't know that. Monday is Moon Day. Just take out a no. Tuesday is Mars Day. Mars Day. Wednesday is Miércoles, Mercury Day. Thursday is Jupiter Day, Jesus Day, Expansion Day. Friday is Frida, or Goddess Venus, Venus Day. Saturday is Saturn Day, Sabbath Day. And Sunday is the day of the sun. And that's how the days of the week were made. In history, at other times, they tried 5 days, 10 days, and various, but 7 days stuck this time. And so there's a game with time with 7 days integrating with the work week. And if you want to help yourself bypass the game and start using the sun and the moon's energetics to the earth better, symbolically, there's things you can do to help the resonance factor between. One of those things to do is use color. Sun's energy, and you will get different rays of the sun. Rays are frequencies, right? Each one does something different on the face of the earth. This is light science. It's way past material science, which our current day science is fixated and obsessed about is material science. That's why they're so fixated on technology as well. They're stuck that way, and they need to get off of it and start studying what we're here for and who we are, rather than thinking that conceitedness of finding something in the space is so brilliant. Many things that have been found in space, the ancient tribes have told them. For instance, in the Dogon tribe in Africa, scientists said, well, at the top of the earth, there's this star called Sirius A that the Earth's axis spins on. And they said, oh no, well, that keeps changing, that axis. And they said there's a Sirius B. And it took the scientists a long time with their technology to find Sirius B, but they did, and they're right. And then after they found B, they said, well, it's still shifting, and it'll keep shifting. They've known this for thousands of years. They said there's a Sirius C. Well, the scientists haven't found that yet. But things are already known on the face of the earth before science figures it out. It's been like that forever. But our scientists today change the names of things, make up a new language, and that's the same with our medical system. And then make it confusing instead of keeping it simple between the earth and the sky. So you can choose, though, between yourself and your environment. You can create and make different parameters instead of being a zombie to the technological system. So one of the ways to do that is with color from the sun. You know, the sun in the morning is red, the rays are red, and it shifts to orange. And it just goes around the clock. And each time, the clock changes into the next frequency or vibration of color: red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet, and white. These frequencies are like that every day. They all go 3 hours. 3 times 8 is 24 hours. So And you got 7 days a week, which is another rhythm related to the planets. So there's symbolism of the planets' interaction to the Earth. Well, relate to that interaction, you can use symbols on your skin and relate to those various frequencies by wearing colors. Color red is for Monday, a red shirt. Tuesday, orange. Wednesday, yellow. Thursday, green. Friday, blue. Saturday, the authority color. Saturn is the planet with authority, which will be black or indigo or violet. And Sunday, white or gray in the morning. These colors are, if you wear them as such, they create a rhythm. And that rhythm is the secret or the key between yourself and the environment. So if you keep wearing those colors religiously or daily or faithfully or with a habit, you start to reflect yourself to the environment with those colors. And specific things will happen on certain days that will tell you, re-educate you on traumas that you may have with that frequency or that color. What I mean by that is Monday, after wearing this shirt several months, a few years, on Monday I started getting angry every Monday. And I thought, this is crazy. This isn't this shirt that's doing this. But practical experience taught me it was the shirt. It was the frequency of the shirt. And I noted that and looked up red in online. What did it say? Red creates anger. Red creates, if they paint a school room with the color red, the kids will get angry and fight after a few hours. Well, here I had it. I had, where science is good, they make little studies like that, but application's the key, not, oh, we're so smart, but how can you apply it? That's real smart application. So, knowledge is no good unless you use it. Having it stuck in your head is not applicable if you're just think. The idea is to help life with the knowledge. So then I knew, oh, well, that was true. That red created anger. I had the experience, and then I had data that matched it. Left brain to right brain. Experience is right brain. Left brain needs fact, or it needs law, or it needs truth. And so that would be an example of the frequency affecting my biology, just wearing the shirt in a rhythm and red on Monday. I could go into further ones, yet it helps the biology to change by having the receptors on the skin, they pull in information. The skin is like a brain, actually. It's a very sensitive organ. A lot of people cut it and mangle it and, tattoo it all over, which, whatever, it's all a choice, but it's a barrier between the inside and the outside, and it has 7 layers, yet it's very sensitive. It's got all kinds of corpuscles on it that thrive on information, and that brings it in from the outside to the inside. So just wearing color makes all the difference to the skin after a while. So this rhythm, you're trying to change this rhythm in you and get out of the civilized time, which is the man-made time. Man-made time is Caesar's time, which turned into the Gregorian calendar time, which turned into the sun time. And the sun time without the moon time is a problem. Many cultures still do moon time, but the world has accepted the sun calendar of the Romans as the characteristic calendar of time, which is kind of a control calendar, if you may, of power and domination instead of freedom. So personally, I like freedom. I don't need to go against all the rules, but I like to be free, and that's called liberation or moksha, or the idea that the soul, it can be in the vehicle and has choice, and that's real health. I like practicing health ideas, and so true health is liberation. In order to have it, you have to know yourself, you have to study yourself, you have to integrate yourself with tools and methods and habits that help to clean the machine, the body, and also help to change the body. Science calls the body a machine, but so that they're actually souls animated to a form. You're controlling that form. So, rhythm. You want to develop a rhythm between yourself and the planetary system on a regular basis to get natural time, nature's time, natural, which is how the ancients did it, and that's how the God of our tribe knows between them and everything else, these other star systems, and we have different ones like that. The Native American, all the Native people on the planet, Columbus didn't discover America. He discovered Puerto Rico and the Bahamas. And he first encountered the Taínos. They're the local Puerto Ricans, natives. And he could not understand how it was that they were so connected to the earth and how their energy was so much better than his. And he was surprised and envious because he couldn't understand that they, knew more than he did about life. So he got envious, and you can read his analogs, you're right there in that. And, this is discovery of America, this false story. So we've been, clouded by false realities to think a certain way that is not even true. So in order to get more truth inside, you want to get nature inside or natural inside and use natural laws. And rhythm is a natural law. By using these colors, you change a natural law within yourself to become an extremist of yourself towards life. Not a maniac, but like someone that's in tune with the position of themselves to life itself. We are all children of God. We are all children of the universe. We all are not property of the state or the government. We are all property of this universal life force. And we, as a mass, are supposed to include ourselves to that life force. In order to do that, you need techniques to do. This is one of them. So, the extremes of people that are trying to master themselves, one is serious, one is lazy. And the lazy couch potato is the one that is carved out. Too many carbs, just flat out lazy, or too many drugs, or too many carbs and drugs. And they just, no energy, no life force. As opposed to the one that's on the go. And that go-getter excessive is too serious. And these are the extremes at the diaphragm level, at the breath level. of the personality as it corresponds to spirit or God or truth. And so if you're an overachiever, over-accelerator, over-serious, you be it, but you got to get serious and know what your goal is in order to understand yourself better. If you're a couch potato and you're stuck, well, same thing. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, you got to change. There's various indications of both, yet change is started with nutrition. It started with what you eat, how you eat, when you eat. Cravings come from the gut. They come from the stomach. Desires come from the stomach. So if you're desireless, your fire or metabolism is off. The fire metabolic structures that correspond to the zodiac, the Gemini is the stomach, which is an air organ. It's hollow. The small intestine is a fire organ, which is hollow. And the large intestine, which is in Chinese medicine, is called metal. In Hindu medicine or Indian medicine, it is an air organ. We have different, advancements of these ideas, but all three of those are yang organs or hollow organs. Hollow meaning that they're just, some muscles and blood vessels and nerves that control it, and it transports things, in this case, food. So if there's a disharmonic with Gemini, Virgo, or Taurus is the large intestine, one would have problems corresponding to the self. Well, what's that got to do with clothes and the days of the week? Well, the color red is a significant color that corresponds to hydrogen, which is of a big part of water. Hydrogen and oxygen. One oxygen, two hydrogens is water. And what controls water? Well, we think of the kidneys, but actually one of the organs is the large intestine. So the color red actually creates and attracts hydrogen. So when you wear red on Monday, it accelerates energy. It's called the energetic color, and increases the amplitude of hydrogen for the uptake or the absorption of it in the biology. That's a whole nother topic. But at this point, these colors, when you wear them, they attract minerals on various days to the skin and in the body. And light was here before chemistry, but we emphasized the chemistry and made it materialistic rather than looking at the source of life. If the sun went out, man, everything would die. I mean, basic fact, the sun was first. And the minerals came later. They came in the second phase of consciousness, of growth. The first phase was the atomic structure, which is the atoms, protons, neutrons, and electrons. Then came the minerals. So light was first. In the beginning was the word, words first, but then of structures, lights first, of the sun in this world. In the other world, there was darkness that was set forth in this world first, but it needed light. And that's contradictory, but the emphasis is on that the light radiates through the darkness. And the darkness is in the gut. So in order to turn light on in the gut, you need certain foods to do that. You need to burn food with context and quality that sustains life force. People that eat out of cans all the time or eat, boxed food all the time, you'll see their skin has lost its luster. And that's because there's no vitality in those foods. There's no life force. You want life force. Life force comes from vital foods, meaning fruits and vegetables. You need some of those. Ideally, you need them every meal. I don't eat them all the time every meal, but I notice in my skin, oh, if I missed a few days with not as high, I notice, oh, my luster on my skin's less. So I'll eat higher, and here it's coming back. They call it vital force. That vital force is part of the etheric energy that comes from the sun's rays. It's very importante, very important. Without it, no life. You can sustain life by just chemicalizing your system, but you won't feel the luster, you won't feel the aliveness. That's what the sun does, aliveness. So Sunday and Moon Day are both aspects of the large intestine. In the rhythm, there will be a chart here you can see what I'm talking about. Need a visual. These rays, you're trying to tune into them to make yourself against civilization, the animal, the technological zoo.